Hi everyone, it's me, Dymond, and
I don't know my name today. What can it be?
Tina from Happy Mail from the Heart.
Hi, everybody.
Um, I wanted to do a video. I know I've been really busy. I've been helping my friend out, and there's a reason why. Last week Wednesday, she woke up to a phone call at 1:30 in the morning, and it was a veterinarian, emergency vet that we have here in Green Bay, was calling to tell her that her cat was brought in, and that that she just needed to go and pick him up. And she was like, okay, I'm on my way, sassy Sam. So, and her cat's an indoor-outdoor cat. I mean, he's fixed, vaccinated, microchipped. When she lived down in Texas, he would roam and always come home. You know, he was an indoor-outdoor cat. Good cat. Anyways, so, she moved back up to Wisconsin last month, and she's been training Sam, her cat, Sammy, to, stick to the close neighborhood, come home, and he's been doing a good job. Like, he would leave for a couple of hours, be back, always. Somebody would pick him up once in a while, and they would call Kim, and she would be like, yeah, just let him go. He knows how to get home. So anyways, last Wednesday, she receives this phone call. Vet says, come pick him up. About 5 minutes later, she's getting her shoes on, and her mom's waking up to go with her. And she gets this phone call again from the same number, and she picks it up. And it's the veterinarian, or the receptionist, telling her that they need permission for them to perform compressions on him. And she was like, what do you mean, perform compressions? You just told me I could come pick him up. And the receptionist is like, I'm really sorry, I was misinformed. He's breathing, but if he drops down to the point where he's not breathing, we need to know if you want to do compressions. And she was like, absolutely, do it. And the receptionist is like, all right, well, I just need to let you know that that's already starting at $500. And she was like, okay, fine, just do it. So she got to the veterinarian clinic, and there was a woman there with 2 officers, and she said that she found Sam on the curb in a puddle of water covered in mud and blood, and it looked like he had bite marks on his neck. So, and that when she found him, he was barely breathing. He was pretty cold and everything. So it wasn't looking good. And the vet came up to Kim and my best friend and told her that they're not going to do anything until they can get his body temperature up, because there would be no point in doing all this stuff for a cat that's already gone. So she was like, yeah, do what you need to do. So they finally got his body temperature up, and we did a x-ray on him, and they found a bullet in his neck. Somebody shot him and left him to die. Just left him. Just this innocent little 9-month-old cat he's the sweetest thing ever. He's a feisty little thing, because, he's still a kitten. He's not even a year old. But shot him in the neck and just left him. In the city. Down, pretty much downtown Green Bay. One of the busiest places in Green Bay. And the thing that gets me was, it wasn't just like a BB gun. It was a full-blown shotgun, or buckshot from a shotgun. A shotgun in the middle of the city. At 2 o'clock in the morning. Not even 2 o'clock. At midnight.
I'm really surprised they're not investigating this more.
I don't know what's going on. He just got released. Anyways, so then she calls me up, and she's like, I need you to come down. And I was like, absolutely, I'm coming. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm already throwing on my pants, because she texted me what happened. Because I was up at 3 o'clock when I heard my phone go off, and she never responded. And then I finally read it. But anyways, so then we went and got Sam, and her total bill just for the 6 hours of Sam being at the emergency vet clinic was already $2,000. Now, my best friend, she just graduated from college. That's where I went in Texas, was down to visit her. And she had money saved up in her savings, and it's already all gone, because she paid everything from her savings. She took out a veterinarian credit card, got a limit of like $3,000 for helping her pay this. But anyways, needless to say, she had all this money saved up because she had big plans to move to California in about a year, and it's already back down to $0 because of all this money. So she spent $2,000 already for 6 hours for Sammy at the vet, because it was emergency aftercare. And then she went down to Appleton, and I went with her. And the veterinarian came in, and we had Sammy there, and you know he's pretty medicated, and he's just not being himself. And the veterinarian was like, I took a look at his X-rays, and I saw where the bullet is, and he was like, here are your options. And he was like, we have a surgery that we could do, we could take the bullet out, relieve some of the pressure off his spine. I know, I'm tearing up because it's making me mad. Relieve some of the pressure off his spine, and he might be able to walk. And Kim was like, okay, what's the chance of him walking? And the veterinarian said, it's only 10%. Like, I have a feeling that he'll never walk again, that he's going to have to be in one of those little wheelie carts for the rest of his life, and that you're going to have to express his bladder, and you're going to basically have to help him out. It's kind of like, you know, with an elderly person, how basically that. So she said, okay, what's the other thing I could do? And the vet said, my suggestion is to euthanize him. And he was like, the fact that he's not going to walk, he's not going to be able to express his bladder, he's not going to be the same. I really think that the best thing to do would probably just to put him down. And Kim was like, you know, Kim's crying. I'm crying because she's crying. And she was like, I need a few minutes to decide. And the vet was like, yeah, take all the time in the world. And so she went out, the vet went outside, and Kim looked at me, and she was like, we got to take the risk, right? She was like, it's 10%. And I was like, I looked at her, and I said, Kim, I told her, I was like, this is your choice. It's your cat. It's your baby.
This cat is like her children.
Yeah. She doesn't have kids. She doesn't want kids. My kids are her kids. Her cats are her kids. She spoils the crap out of them. They are super spoiled little cats. She has 2 of them. And then one is Sammy and one is Cal. But
can you tell they're named after Supernatural?
That was just a coincidence. Cal is because she's Calico, and she came Cal. Anyways, so you know, and she's bawling, and she's like, I can't justify putting him down. She was like, he's not even a year old. She was like, he's a fighter. I know he could get through this. I know that he'll be that small 10% to walk again. And I told her, I was like, this is your choice. And I was like, I can't tell you what to do. I can't encourage you to do something. And I was like, this is all you. So she called her mom, and, you know, her mom was like, whatever you decide, I'm going to support you. I will help you with money. I will help you with whatever you need. And Kim was like, okay. So the vet came in, and she was like, I want to do the surgery. And the veterinarian was like, okay, I'll go write up the forms. I'll give you how much this is roughly going to cost, and I'll come back and let you know. And she's like, okay, sounds good. So about an hour later, the vet comes in, and he's got this long sheet of paper with all these things that Sam's going to need. And the rough cost was anywhere between $4,000 to $6,000, additional to the $2,000 that she already spent. And she did it. Like, she was like, yep, that's fine. She maxed out her credit card. Her parents gave her some money. She maxed out the rest of the money in her bank account, and that was it. She paid it. So anyways, Sam had his surgery, and it went really well, and he was in recovery in ICU for 3 days, and they weren't sure how he was going to be. He didn't want to eat. He didn't want to do anything. He kind of just wanted to lay around and be a bum. But, I mean, if you had a bullet lodged in your spine, you wouldn't want to do anything either. So, anyways, so after the 4th day, Kim went down because she was visiting every morning, and every time she got done with work, which was 11 p.m., she would drive down to Appleton to sit with her cat for 45 minutes, you know, and just talk to him and be there, even though, you know, he was incoherent, basically. So on the 4th day, she went down, she took some of his wet food and his cat treats, and he finally started eating. And then the next day, his tail started twitching, and he pulled up his back leg. And the vet was like, that's a really good sign that he's trying to, you know, use his back muscles and that it's still there. And then the 5th day, he was pulling up both his back legs and his tail, and he was getting active, you know, and he was kind of trying to figure out what's going on because, you know, they're cats, so they don't understand. But by the time we took him home, which was Wednesday, he was pulling himself across the living room floor. He was trying to use his back legs. He was trying to climb out of the playpen. But he has to be 6 weeks in recovery of basically, not right now, basically no movement which is hard to tell a cat. I mean, I could tell my 3-year-old sit still, and he's not going to sit still. I can tell you that right now.
He's 4.
4-year-old. That's right. He just turned 4. But anyways, so, but I mean, you can't tell that to a cat that they need to sit still. So he's got to do physical therapy. He has to go back in 6 weeks because he's got staples in the back of his spine.
Don't you drop that on the floor.
Back of his spine. There's like 25 staples. And he has to go back to get those removed, and he's got 4 medications that he's on, and just all these things, and it's just all these vet bills are just piling and piling and piling. And I'm trying to help her, and I'm trying not to sound like one of those people who are like, you know, help me, but she could use all the help in the world right now. She spent all this money, and you know, the fact that Sam's already moving his back paws and twitching his tails after only being, you know, basically without the use of his back legs for a week is great. And the vet was like, you know, he might actually be able to walk again and do stuff like a normal cat would. He was like, it's not going to be obviously in a week, but it could be soon. But she started a GoFundMe page. It's not called GoFund. I can't remember what it's called. It is a Fundly page, not a GoFundMe page, a Fundly page. And this, what happened to her cat just breaks my heart. The fact that somebody in the middle of the night saw this poor little animal just walking through and was like, oh, that's annoying, and decided to shoot him. And just, you know, and he was wearing his collar. He had his tags on. You know, he wasn't doing anything either. He was walking in a road. It's not even like he was walking across the yard, because they said that as soon as he got shot, he was down. There was no way that he'd be able to walk. So in a puddle, that's where he laid. And the last time Kim saw him was at 8:30, 8:45, and she got up at 1 before her phone went off because she felt around for him and he wasn't there, and she was like, where's my cat? Because he always comes home at, she said, between 10 and 11. But just the fact that somebody would do this, and it's just heartbreaking, and I just keep thinking, what if this was my pet? Like, what if this was yours? What if your dog was wandering on a road, you know, because he was allowed to wander, and somebody just shot him, and you never knew who did it, because nobody's ever going to step up and be like, oh, I did it. Because not only are you going to get a big-ass ticket, but, you know, all these people are going to be super upset. But it's just all these things. And anyways, Kimberly has spent almost $8,000 on this, on her precious little Sammy. And she's asking for help because they're adding up. The bills are adding up. And I'm asking you guys, our YouTube family, if you are willing to maybe help her out a little. I try not to be one of those people, you know, who ask for help, you know, but she could really use all the help in the world. And Kimberly's my best friend. She's my sister from another mister. She's the second mother to my children, the second daughter to my mother, and we've just been super close. And I want to help her in any way that I can. And I wish I could give her $8,000 and be like, here, you know, take this and use it towards your cat. Because not only does she have this $8,000 debt pile, but she's going to have her student loans coming up in less than 6 months. And just all these things.
And she's an educator.
Yeah. And
not a teacher aspect, as in a school teacher.
But she just graduated with her wildlife biology degree, and she's just starting out. I mean, yeah, her plan was to move to California in a year, and now she's like, I don't know if I can because of all this. But the fact that she's got all this debt already, and she's only 4 weeks out of college graduation, is ridiculous. And the fact that somebody did this to add to her gigantic pile of already
school debt.
Yeah, school debt.
She wants to educate the children about animal safety.
That's one of the things she wants. She wants to do a lot of stuff.
Oh, she wants to do a lot, but she wants kids and to know the facts about animals.
Yeah, well, that's why you do wildlife biology.
Yep.
But anyways, what I'm asking you is to, you know, even if you don't want to donate, you know, just help me spread this word and see if, you know, maybe somebody out there does want to donate it.
Or if you know any sites or anything that where she can maybe get help.
Yeah, you know,
animal rights or something.
Stop.
This is all, you know, I know there's those places.
There's got to be, Either way, any way that you feel you can help. Even if you send up a bag of cat food for her or like cat treats, you know, just something to help her for a little while with her cat. And the fact that this was $8,000 already is just that's how much I spent at a week at Walt Disney World. Yeah. This is a Walt Disney World trip.
It's crazy.
So, but I'm asking you to please at least just go check out the link down below. She loves her cats. Spread the word. Just tell anybody and everybody that you want to. And I would really appreciate this. And I'm really hoping you guys will help me, help her, or just help her. And she's really one of the sweetest people you will meet. And of all the people this should have happened to, she was definitely not one of them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can go on and on and on about this. But I'm just asking you to please look at the link. And if you feel in your heart, even like $1, you know, or like $5, you know, I'm not asking you to drop $300 on her. You know, $5 plus $5. $5 from every single person in our Facebook group or YouTube. $5 times 5 is already $2,500. You know, it's one of those things where, like, as many people that can get this word out, it can help her in the long run. But I'm asking you to just look at the page, read about him. He's really a really sweet cat. And just help me help her. That's all I'm asking.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm done. Before I
guess
get mad.
Have all the information linked.
I will have his Facebook page, or not the Facebook, the page linked below. If you even want to meet Kim and have her come and sit for like 10 minutes just to talk about her cat.
She is on some of our videos.
Yeah. Yeah, you've seen her. There's plenty of Christmas videos with her in it. There's things, I don't know about Thanksgiving, but there's Christmas videos. She loves my kids. She's such a good person, and this just should not have happened to her. But I'm going to link her page down below. And even like I said, if you want to hear from Kim herself, I'm sure she's more than willing to sit here and just talk for 10 minutes. But that's all I have for you guys. I would really appreciate if you help me out with this.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.